welcome back to my channel. I'm Amelie Santini, and this video is things you need to do to start the year well. Let's get started. I always love doing these videos because they actually always get me motivated, especially like as I'm doing the B-roll and I'm actually doing the things that I'm talking about. They always help me get prepared. So that's the whole purpose of this video, to help you start your year off fresh, start your year off well. The first thing that we're gonna start off with is change your mindset. Changing your mindset is kind of like a resetting. So the first thing you should do is clean your room, put all your clothes to wash. Make sure to do like a deep cleaning, like in your room or in your bathroom. Things that you don't have the time, do it now, because as soon as school starts, you're definitely not gonna have the time. And at least this way, you can walk into a clean room, a clean desk, and it'll help ease up the load a little bit, you know? Also having all your clothes washed is gonna help you like first day of school kind of thing. And it's gonna help you overall feel better. Also, if you have a car, that's another thing. You should clean that out as well. Overall, great way to start getting ready for school. Next, change things around. I don't know about you guys, but for me, that closet right there, I have a shelf. It changes seasonally. So during the summer, I take stuff out and I put like all my bikinis there. But during the school year, like I'm probably not gonna be using it that much. So I can put it in a box and then put my uniform there, or like my uniform shorts there. Different things to make it more accessible for this season. If you maybe put all your uniform in like a box and put it in the back of your closet, now's the time to get it, because also, you don't want to try to look for your uniform the day before school and then turns out your mom donated them. So, you know, always better safe than sorry. Always make sure that you have everything, and if not, go buy. That's why it's important to clean out everything and also make sure that everything you have is on its right place for this new season. This is your perfect time to do a glow up with me for the new school year. People always post so many videos, glow up with me for sophomore year, for high school, for college, and I'm actually gonna make one of those videos. It's gonna be glow up with me for junior year. Turn on the notification bell so you can get notified when that comes out, because it's coming soon. Even if you don't have a YouTube channel, you should still do this because it helps turn the page, you know, it helps you get excited for school. If you don't have a YouTube channel, you can like kind of like make a fake video, if like even if you're not gonna post it, and like maybe that can be like your guide. You're glowing up, you might like laminate your eyebrows, you might like tint your lashes, and like wax, you can shave, you can do so many different things that like will make you physically feel better and more prepared. You'll feel like you have a little glow up for school, and you'll have an ego boost. So when you start your school, you'll feel more confident, and that's the whole goal of this. The next step is getting excited. You want to be excited, you don't want to be dreading it. There's a lot of things we can do for this. First off, look at back to school hauls on YouTube. I always do this. I always post a back to school haul. Here are the two that I posted. You guys love them, so the links will be down below and on the right side. I definitely recommend watching some. I actually, to make these videos, I watch other videos of people doing back to school hauls, because it always motivates me to do the videos. And then as like I'm planning my video, as I'm actually doing my video and I'm buying the back to school supplies, that always gets me so excited, because at first I'm dreading the school year, but now I'm excited about all the school supplies, I'm excited about all the different classes, and then after you look at those videos, you can actually buy the school supplies. And as I mentioned before, I have a video that I just posted. Everything that I bought is on the description, so you can look there and you can buy it literally like right now and already get excited for the school year. And the third step to getting excited for the school year is make a vision board. I always say this, on my summer reset video, I actually talked about making a vision board for summer, and now it's time to make a vision board for school. And this helps you in a lot of ways. So if let's say you're going to a new school, or maybe there's gonna be like new kids at your school, you can put pictures of people with friends, and now you're excited to make friends at school. You can get excited about all the classes that you're taking. Like I'm actually super excited about psychology that I'm taking this year, so I would put that on my vision board. Once you put it on this vision board, started to get excited about all the football games, homecoming, prom, because school does have its good side. Every time you look at it, you get a little excited and you get more used to the thought of looking forward to going to school. Next up, get organized. I actually talked about in my other video, I was showing a binder and I talked about how I had a bunch of papers that I needed to throw out. Like you can see, like it's full of papers, which I actually have to clean out. This is the time to do that. See what's relevant. See if like maybe you took chemistry last year and you're gonna take AP Chem this year. You can maybe look over that. You can maybe look over the notes. But if you took like biology and you're never gonna take biology again, throw those out. And you can recycle these papers and you can do all different things with them. The important thing is to not leave it on the binders on your desk. But if you're gonna reuse them, recycle, at least put it in a box outside of like where your work area is. Another thing is, don't forget to clean out the files and papers of your computer too. Last year for APUSH, every time I had to turn in an assignment, I had to turn it into a PDF form to then turn it in. Oh my god, so much space that took up. Now I have space on my computer, I can clean it, I can make it look brand new, especially if you do something like newspaper or broadcasting, anything that you really use your computer for that takes up a lot of space. Having all those old files takes up unnecessary space. It might stop you from doing something because you've run out of disk space. Now that we're all clean, we can start making a list of the goals we're gonna have for this year. This is kind of like one step more of a vision board, because of a vision board, yes, that's your goals and that's your vision for the school year, and so is writing out your goals goals, but now we're actually gonna say, yeah, I want to do really well in psychology. I think that I can do it, so I'm going to try really hard to get an A every quarter. It doesn't even have to be academic. It can also be like, I want to start a club. I want to have a successful club. I want to succeed in soccer at my school. I want to get into the volleyball team. And make all these goals because that's what you're going to focus on. That's what you're going to channel all your efforts and all your time in throughout the school year. And if you ever start to feel demotivated or you start feeling too overwhelmed during the school year, you can look back at these goals and be like, you know what? That's true. That is what I'm working on. That's what I'm working for. So I should keep going. You know, it kind of motivates you even now and in the future. Next up, we're gonna create a plan on how we're gonna achieve these goals. Every time we put a goal down, we have to start thinking, okay, if I want to get straight A's in psychology, what am I gonna do to actually achieve that grade? You have to put work into it, but how? Well, that's when the plan comes in. You're gonna plan, okay, I'm gonna study every night for 1 hour for psychology, and that's how I'm gonna get straight A's. Or I'm gonna study a week before my exams, I'm gonna study with a friend, I'm gonna make flashcards, I'm gonna go after school, ask my teacher. You set up how you're gonna achieve that goal. Sometimes if you say, oh, I want straight A's in psychology, I'm just gonna try my best. But you're not really doing anything. You're just, yeah, trying your best. Of course, you should always try your best. But when you set up a plan, oh, I'm gonna study every night for 1 hour, you can try that for a month. If it works, great, continue doing that. And if it doesn't, you know what's not working. And then you can change it and find a way to follow your goal. Having a plan just makes things a lot more clear. And now, once you have a plan, it's time to set up our routines. And also, I keep looking down because I have my computer because I wrote an outline. Set a routine for morning, during school, after school, and for night. And this helps you in a lot of ways. So for example, the morning one, are you gonna make your breakfast in the morning or are you gonna make it at night and then freeze it? Or like, if you're gonna make juice, are you gonna put it all in the blender, leave it there, and then in the morning, like actually do it? Set up that plan so that when first day of school comes, you already know what you're doing. If you're gonna work, if you're gonna do a sport, okay, I know that from after school all the way until 6, I'm either going to be working or I'm going to be doing my soccer practice. So now I know that I can only start studying after 6, so I'm going to plan accordingly. Now I know how much time I have, I know how much I can study, I know how much I can get done in a day, and then at night is actually a great plan to get you ready to sleep. You do your skin routine, you do your night routine, and that way you have a plan to actually go to sleep like the time that you want to and not at like 2 a.m. But obviously just because you have a routine doesn't mean you're gonna follow it. You have to hold yourself accountable so that it'll work. And also we're human. So if you can't follow a plan that first week of school, it's okay. Change it up a little bit, see what works. And actually a tip that I've heard some people say is to try following that routine at least in the morning or like the night routine before school starts. Wake up at 6 a.m. one day, follow your whole morning routine, and see if you can actually leave on time. Start your summer requirements. If you haven't started your summer reading, start that. Different schools have different summer things that you have to do during the summer. For me, every single year I've had to do a summer reading. I think like 90% of the people that I know that go to high school have to do a summer reading. This is the time to start that. Also, if you have to do other things like an art portfolio or like an art design, I know my friends have to do that. Just get it started, get it out of the way. You don't want to be waiting until like the couple of days before school starts because you never know how long things are going to take. To start off the year well, after you already did all your summer requirements, look into your classes. Look into how people study for different things, how people take notes, especially if you're taking like a hard class or like an AP, because a lot of people post, oh, how I studied for AP Psych, how I studied for AP Lit, and then you can look at their techniques and start thinking about how you're gonna take notes so that you can stay on top of schoolwork once school starts. Maybe even start reading a little bit of the textbooks, like physics if you haven't taken physics yet and it's gonna be your first year. It's great to start looking into it, start kind of understanding what you're gonna learn about. That way you're more prepared. And actually, another tip, if you have a summer reading book that you have to read, for me what I'm doing is I have like 5 friends that we're all taking AP Lit and we all have to read the same book. And usually first day of school we have to write an essay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have like a discussion. We're gonna talk about the book. We're gonna each talk about what we like, what we didn't like, what we were confused about. That's the most important part, what you were confused about. Because maybe what you didn't get, somebody else did. Or maybe you understood something wrong. By talking about it, now we have a general understanding, okay, I really know about this book. Oh, I forgot about that. That's really important. Things like that, which are gonna help you during that first essay or that first quiz about the book. And third, start looking at dates for everything and put it on a calendar. Some courses, the teachers put out, okay, these are all the tests of this quarter, the quizzes, the assignment, the lessons. When they do that, that's so helpful because then you can put it on a calendar and you can see when a quiz or a test is coming up. And even if the teacher hasn't mentioned it, you know it's coming up so you can start studying for it. And that's just overall helpful. I said it once and I'll say it again. The first tip to becoming an A+ student is not missing deadlines. When you put everything on a calendar, it's gonna help you study and it's gonna help you be prepared. And it's also gonna help you know what's coming up. Some teachers don't do that though. But trust, because this can also be helpful for other things. Junior year, I'm going to be taking the SAT and ACT this year. I'm going to put that on that calendar. Now I know when I need to register by, when my test is actually going to be. And also, let's say you have like a sport you're playing and you have like practice that day. If you let your coach know a month ahead, hey, by the way, September 9th, I'm going to be taking the ACT, just to let you know. Now they're like, oh, okay, thanks for letting me know. So this way, you look even better to your coach, you look more prepared. I know seniors are taking also ACT and SAT during the first semester of the year too, but also for seniors, it's especially important to put on the calendar dates for like scholarships, when you need to do your essays by, applications by. That's like the most important because you really can't miss those. And some tips to lighten up the load. If you bring food from home every day to eat lunch or just snacks, create a list of like everything you're gonna bring for lunch, everything you're gonna bring for snacks, because now that you have like that plan, you know what groceries to buy, and you know when you need to make things by, and you know like, oh, if I'm gonna make pasta today for dinner, I can like bring that for lunch. That way you're more prepared, because especially that first week, like it's so hectic. You're gonna be starting so many different routines and so many different things that you need to do that it can be easy to just forget about your food. And the same thing kind of goes for hairstyles. Like if you want to try different things out, you can maybe even try them out beforehand, create like a list. Oh, like Monday I'm gonna be wearing like braids, Tuesday I'm gonna be wearing like a slick back ponytail or like a slick back bun, and that way you feel more relieved. Every morning you're like, oh, I don't know what to wear. Now you have a list. And lastly, enjoy the last bit of summer you have left. Go to the beach, go to the pool, because if you do like these last things, you'll feel like summer actually was enjoyable and you were actually able to finish it off well, instead of just being like, oh my god, summer hasn't even ended yet and I already have to think about school. Like, no, chill, you have time. You can do these things. You can manage both. So those are my tips for how to be prepared for the school year. I hope you guys liked this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helped you guys. It definitely helped me. I definitely feel more prepared now. And also, if you're new here, please subscribe. A lot of my viewers aren't subscribed to my channel, but here's a tip. If you like this video, you'll probably like the other one. So subscribe, welcome to the fam, because these videos are gonna keep on coming, especially as the school year rolls around. Once again, thanks for watching this video. I hope I see you guys in my next one. Bye!